For millions of American parents, it is the back-to-school season. New backpacks and sneakers, new teachers, new clothes. But for about half the population of Afghanistan, a full 15 million people, school is likely not an option because they are women and they are girls. And with the Taliban calling the shots, it is unclear if education will ever be in the cards again. Same thing with the office, by the way. They may or may not be able to return. I want to bring in journalist and author Atiya Abawi. She escaped Afghanistan with her parents in the 1980s as the Soviet Union invaded, but she returned to her native land in 2008, this time as a foreign correspondent for CNN. And also with us is Reena Amiri from NYU Center for International Cooperation. She served as a senior advisor to the U.S. Special Representative for Afghanistan and Pakistan under the Obama administration. Welcome to both of you. Atiya, I'll start with you. We keep hearing about the kinder, gentler Taliban 2.0. Is there any reason for us to believe there is such a thing?
I mean, that is something that would be the message that the Taliban are trying to put out there while the world's eyes are on them at the moment. The Afghans know better, and I think we know better. There is a school that little girls went to, and they were told to go home because of the security situation. But before they went home, the teachers hugged the little girls because they said goodbye. They didn't expect to see them again. Young women, we heard stories of going back to university only to be met by the Taliban who told them to go home and never come back. Women in Kandahar went to the office, to the bank. They were then escorted home by the Taliban and told never to come back. So yes, they had a press conference today saying that women will have rights, but according to their Sharia. And we saw what that meant for 5 years.
So, Reena, I know that you're also hearing from your friends and contacts in Afghanistan as well, and there are these reports of lists that are being compiled. I don't know if these lists are to go and warn women to stop being activists, teachers, professionals, or students, or if these are lists to arrest them. Do you know?
I think what they're making very clear with their lists is that they are under a watch and they are under threat. They're creating a predatory culture and a culture of intimidation through these lists. These lists have the names of these individuals and their families, and they're going in and showing that they know where they are. And what they say when they go and they look through all of their documents, they interrogate their families. When they walk out, they say, we're going to be back. And so while it's not entirely clear whether they're going to come back with physical violence, we know the history of the Taliban. And these women have been on kill lists. They've been on, there have been many cases where women have been killed and or brutally violated. So there's great concern among so many of these women who are just the most formidable leaders I know.
So some of the videos that we've been seeing on social media today, frankly, ladies, they stunned me. 2 different videos, and I'll ask the control room to roll them, showed women in Kabul protesting with their faces showing, with signs. And I'll tell you what the translation is, what they were saying with these armed gunmen who were right next to them. They were calling for fair rights. They wanted fair rights. They wanted their fair share in the government political system. And they also asked to have an education. A lot of people posted that saying this was just unbelievable courage. But I worried that this was a death sentence. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know what happened after these videos rolled. I just saw 2 different videos with women who had the courage and the bravery to show their faces and show their message. Atiya, what do you make of this?
Well, you mentioned that it could be a death sentence. They already feel like they're having a death sentence by the Taliban coming back. Their hopes and dreams are gone. Some of them likely will be killed for their connection with America, with the Afghan government, even for that matter, for the military. There were reports that 2 Afghan female police officers in Ghazni province. When Ghazni was taken over, those 2 women were abducted. They were killed and their bodies were dropped. So these women are some of the bravest women I've ever met anywhere in the world, Afghan women. And I'm not surprised by this protest by these young women. It's because they know what's coming. And maybe this is the option for them, because death is just a death to their dreams as well, and their hopes and their future.
Yeah, becomes a desperation that why bother living, and that, you know, that makes them pretty brave soldiers, mujahideen. Rina, the statistic out of Herat University is just astounding. 51% of the student body is apparently women, and this year the applications for Herat University were outweighed by women. There were more female applications for that school than for men. So what now? Is it just going to be calamity, catastrophe, wipe the records? We're just a couple of weeks from school starting. What happens now to all those students, would-be students and near graduates?
But this is where Atia's point is just so powerful and so correct, that what you are seeing is dreams being killed, promise being killed, potential being killed in Afghanistan. This is the greatest capacity of Afghanistan lays with its women. And when you silence the women and you push them out of education and the professional sector, the future of the country looks very bleak. But unfortunately, you know, the Taliban keep on saying that they are going to respect the rights of women. But it's radically the rhetoric is radically different from what you see, where they are going to schools and saying that those schools, in Herat, for example, girls showed up at school, girls and young girls and high school girls, and they were told that they were not going, their school was not going to be open to them. So it's heartbreaking, and I think it's something that America needs to take note of. This is an enormous failure of policy.
Rina and Atia, I'm going to ask you to stand by. When we come back after the break, I stepped foot into what was called Olympic Stadium in Kabul back in 2001, and it was no stadium for sports. It was a stadium for executions, for dismemberments, for Friday prayers and punishment, and yes, for the stoning to death of women. When we come back after the break, I'm going to ask if you think that that is still in store as they move forward under the Taliban.